everybody. Welcome to Build Brunch, the daily morning show where we talk about the latest topics in pop culture. I'm Brittany Jones-Cooper.
I'm Shannon Coffey.
I'm Allie Colbert.
And I'm Lucas Tim.
Hey.
Today we're going to talk about an avocado sham that will guac your world and why All Hallows Eve may no longer stay true to its name anymore. Plus, author Zack Friedman joins the table to discuss his new book, The Lemonade Life. But first...
The internet is buzzing about that awkward kiss Lena Dunham gave Brad Pitt at the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood premiere. In fact, some Twitter users are pointing out the double standards of consent and speculating what the reactions would be if the roles were reversed.
Oh man, this is awkward. I mean, Lena Dunham does it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just when you think she can't be worse, she does it.
I wish we had like a video of this moment. I tried to look for it and I couldn't find it. I only found more photos. Because I wonder if it actually is as awkward as the photos make it seem.
Right.
Because I feel like as someone who also like has this kind of look, like whenever you're like gonna kiss somebody, it looks like, oh, it's creepy. But maybe it was less creepy. She just doesn't have a jawline, you know,
Right.
like me.
And it should be going for a double kiss, cheek
Yeah.
to cheek.
Totally, you don't know.
There are answers that I need.
There's a thing
before I
because
judge.
it was
Yeah.
like half cheek and half of his mouth. Like
Right.
it wasn't like she was coming straight on. It sort of-
Sorry, it looks like you're wearing lip gloss again.
I
Remember
got
the
my
days when
lips.
his lips were just like shiny and pink?
Yeah.
When I got my lips popping.
And it looks like, I
I
always
used
think
to
that you're
love
gonna
that
about
song.
to
You
take
shouldn't
a
say
sip of
lips
your mug and it's
popping
just
in
gonna go
I'm wearing my lip gloss.
My lip gloss is...
I'll be loving
lip
it.
gloss
I'll
is
be.
popping.
Okay.
But
Anyway.
she was clearly psyched about meeting Brad Pitt because she even tweeted photos of them from set being like, it's not every day that I get to flirt with Brad Pitt. So the optics aren't great for her.
But-
And just in general, ask permission before you kiss someone.
I agree. And also, just say Brad Pitt is a beautiful, beautiful man. So I understand her desire to
Yeah.
kiss him on the cheek or lips. I get it.
I
get
think this photograph stuff is so hard because it looks like he's
Into it.
not consenting. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he said, yes, girl, let's do this. But it looks like he's like, yes, my co-star's leaning in for an innocent kiss. I'll go with it. I feel like when someone's leaning in to me and I don't want it, I'm way more like,
Yeah, there's more of a
you know,
reaction.
there's
like,
more. And he's kind of like, he's like leaning in. He's like returning it. Unless that hand that it has over his shoulders is pulling him.
Right.
That's the thing. It looks like they're friendly. They shot this movie together.
Yeah.
I don't think he felt any type of way about it. I think she's just so awkward that it came off not swaggy. It just came off clumsy,
Right.
and that's what made people
It
uncomfortable.
honestly seems like he doesn't care.
I don't think he cares.
Like
Yeah.
either way.
All he cares about is being taller. Look at the lift on those shoes.
Oh yeah, look at the
How
heels,
tall
girl.
is Brad Pitt? Why does he need
Isn't
elevator
he like
shoes?
6'1", so that probably makes him like 6'3".
Yeah, I'm like, he's totally cheating. Tom Cruise wears those, but he
Wait.
needs to.
Is there any way he's actually 6'1" and still looks that high? Like, no, I feel like there's no way he's 6'1". Really?
Really? I don't know. How tall is he? Anyone? Google
Anybody
it.
get
I
Google on
would
your
give him
phone?
5'11".
I think 5'11".
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, I'd give him
Someone
5'11".
Google it and
remember.
tell us. Come on, Courtney.
Wow,
Where are you?
when we need someone to go on their phone,
Courtney's
they're
just
not.
standing
Please, fact
there.
checker.
Courtney's like, no, fuck this show.
5'11", 5'11", yeah,
5'11".
yeah.
5'11". Wow, confirmed. I knew he wasn't a 6'1".
So he's maybe 6'1" with those shoes.
But I think he's wearing those for style. I think Brad Pitt is
yeah,
really
no,
good
I'm
style.
just messing with him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's hot.
duh.
I would try to kiss him too. But I mean, what do you guys, the conversation about consent happened in double standards.
What do you
like
think?
if it was a
Should we have
man.
consent?
Well, like if a man was doing it to her, like would we feel any differently? That whole conversation.
Well, if this photo was reversed and he was leaning in and doing that to her, we would be like, she's so lucky.
Right.
So I think it's like less of a man or woman thing or non-binary, like whatever gender you are. And I think it's more about like attractiveness. Like if someone is doing something and they're not like stereotypically attractive, we're like, ew, gross, kill yourself. And if they're hot, we're like, lucky. Wow, Brad Pitt just kicked Shannon in the stomach. Lucky.
Really?
I mean,
That would be the best day of your life.
Yeah, I mean, I would love it.
Lucky!
I would love it. Like, I was thinking about that last night. Jacob Elordi, like, I would let him wear spiky boots and just kick me in the stomach over and over again. And I'd be like, this is great.
That's hot.
It'd be awesome.
The thing about him, though, is he's so frightening that
Yeah.
I think that would be traumatizing.
You guys, I watched The Kissing Booth again this weekend.
Why?
I don't know why. I just keep making new people watch it. And Jacob Elordi's still so angry in that movie.
Yeah.
He is.
And it's like, I don't know. There's something there.
Huh.
He's scary.
are you guys gonna see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Of course.
Yeah.
I've heard mostly good things.
I've heard good
I heard it's long, very Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
But
I've heard it's long, too.
My dad loved the cars in it.
Cool, good cars. That's
Yeah,
people
good
like
cars.
Guys, I heard this movie is long with cars.
Vroom, vroom.
That is the official Bill Brunch review of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Go see it. Restaurants are now turning to fake guac after a surge in avocado prices. The high demand and low supply has caused California restaurants to substitute the fruit with Mexican zucchini-like squashes known as calabacitas for the tasty treat.
This is mind-boggling. Has anybody heard of calabacitas?
No.
Because
Yes.
apparently they said like a lot of street vendors who make guacamole use calabacitas instead. So
But-
clearly we are already eating it and we don't know the difference.
No,
You think?
wait a
No.
second. This guacamole is apparently thinner and more watery.
No, I don't think we're eating it and not knowing.
Yeah, I think we would know if I was eating watery guacamole.
I unfortunately get watery guac a
I was
lot
gonna
of places.
say, yeah.
Like a
Oh.
lot of places I'll get guac and I'll be like, you're not charging me for this.
Maybe
This
it's
is
just
bad.
the bad guac.
Maybe it was just bad guac.
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, I feel like if you know how to make it, it probably you can dictate the consistency of it. You know what I mean? If
That
you're doing it
sounds
right.
so nasty
It's-
to me. Watery guacamole, like on a chip, and your chip's just watery, and you're just, oh, God.
Yeah.
But
Really
I get it,
painful
avocado
texture.
prices are going up, and though I will say when I lived in California, compared to New York, they were never as much as like the surge here is. Like
no.
when I used to eat at Chipotle, I've not eaten there in a long time, but the extra
have good
avocado
guac there.
in California
Yeah.
was like $1 or something extra, while here it's like $10 and your social security number to get the
Yeah.
extra guac.
Yeah,
Let me
I
say
really
something.
do think that we have like a really huge produce problem in New York. Like there's barely any fruit or vegetables here. If you do find them, even if they're organic, they're all fucking like already rotted in the store. And I'm like, I don't know about pay for this. And then if you find one that's actually good and you take it home, it still gets spoiled on the walk home.
They die in a day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I feel like the vibes are bad, or we're just getting like the leftovers, like the stuff that Puerto Ricans didn't want in the island. They were like, send it back to New York.
I'm with you. Maybe it's just like all the bad energy in the city because
Yeah.
I just started eating fruit because I didn't actually buy produce for a long time, but now I have to because of like diet stuff. And the fruit dies in 2 days.
I know.
Yes.
It's
Like,
a lot
and
of
I'm like, what the
pressure.
hell? I can't eat a whole thing of strawberries in 2 days.
I have
Yeah.
to freeze my bananas. I have to literally,
I
for one
freeze
day, I cut
bananas.
them up and put them in the freezer and they'll
Me
last
too, for
longer.
smoothies.
Yeah, for smooth.
Oh my
We're
god,
basic, we
twinsy.
love it.
Wow,
Yeah. Let me say something about guac. Really good guac is amazing. Really bad guac is bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's something. It's not like pizza.
No.
You know, like the worst guac is so bad.
It's just bland.
Ugh, but bad when pizza's really bad. Like when you have you ever had a slice of pizza where you're like, I might never eat pizza again.
No.
I
won't-
have.
No. I
There
won't-
was this pizza truck outside of my high school, and they would just like have like, it was just, I don't even know if it was pizza, you guys. Like it was in the pizza shape, and it like kind of looked like it could be pizza, but it was like a plastic bottom with like paper cheese, and then like probably, which is just like, I don't know, like water that was had like
Blood.
red.
It's blood.
And then it was traumatizing because it tasted really bad, and there was a woman outside who had like scabs all over her arms who we called pizza arms. And she, like, you'd be eating the pizza outside of the high school looking at pizza arms being like, give me money, and you'd be like, oh no.
Oh.
Never ending
That-
amount of stories.
That
was
story
really
made
sorry.
me never want to eat pizza
Yeah.
again.
By far the scariest one you've ever told, and we've heard some horrifying ones.
Yeah,
Wow.
I didn't even go into the scary details, which is the reasons why she had that is because she was a heroin addict and she was too impatient, so she would shoot it into like just the like meaty
Right.
parts of her skin, so her flesh was rotting. So it was like scabs, blood, and pus, which is what gave it the pizza look. And so when your parents or like your bus driver would drop you off at school, she would like jam it against the window and be like, "Give me money!" and like smush it. So some people would be like, "Oh, well, I don't want her to smush it on the
Right.
window. I'll just like put my window down." But then she'd put it in and like put it against your face. So
And
you were just like, I have to bring like $3 for pizza
Right.
arms every day, so she doesn't put that
Right,
stuff.
she is now the governor of Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
yes,
she is.
she is
You
now.
are such a
Yeah.
survivor, Shannon.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how I made it out.
You gotta write the book. The book of just childhood stories from Shannon. This is not a children's book. Like
Yeah.
it's just like literally, it's just like the most horrifying stories from school and everything.
There's so many things in that story that I'm gonna have nightmares about.
Yeah.
Me too.
I know. I think of it, remember it fondly for some reason, because in a weird way, like I grew up with her. You know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
she
yeah.
was there for years.
Pizza!
It's
Is she
like,
alive still?
I don't probably
I
not.
doubt it.
I don't think she was. She had a lot of.
Anybody
stuff
who's
going on.
jabbing heroin.
You know what? She lived.
Yeah.
Pizza Arms lived, and I don't think we should judge her for it. She
Oh,
lived,
yeah.
she
Not
lived a
judging. We're not
fun-filled
judging.
life.
No.
And we actually have a surprise for you. Bring her
Give me my money,
Everybody
kid!
gets heroin.
Dude, that would be be amazing to see her again, just to be like, what is up?
We gotta
like,
find
the
her.
last story I heard about her, I had already graduated. She held up one of the moms with a syringe of her own blood and was like, you all better pay me. It was so wild. So like when I get like a really bad bowl of watery guac and I'm about to be like, fuck this, I deserve better. I'm like, you know what? At least I made it out.
Yeah.
You know?
You're a hero.
Well, you guys, a petition to change the date of Halloween to the last Saturday in October is picking up steam and now has over 137,000 signatures. Candy companies have pledged their support for the move, with Snickers promising to give away 1 million candy bars should the change go through. Initially, I was really opposed to this idea. I'm curious how it would benefit like, is it just longer, more time to like make sales for them? Is
No,
that,
that would
so
make
it's on
this-
the weekend. It's a Saturday.
I actually think it would, because if you think about it now,
It's October 31st.
Halloween is always on a different day. Sometimes people don't really know when to celebrate it, right? Like if it's on a Tuesday, do you go the weekend before or the weekend after? I think if it was more focused in, more candy would be sold because people would be more prepared. Because now some people don't even participate because they're like, oh, I don't know what day. I'm not
Oh
gonna
my
get
God.
candy.
No.
Sharon,
I'm just trying to think like Snickers.
Okay, I love you so much, but that is such a fabricated problem.
I'm not saying
should have a
wait,
BJCP
I'm not saying I believe that. By the way, I'm saying I'm
soundtrack.
trying to think of why Snickers would be giving out. There has to be a capitalist reason.
The
There has to be a way they're gonna-
You're
the argument that they're saying the moral reason is for working parents and to keep children safe.
Yeah.
I want to expose something.
Okay.
The people behind this petition is the Halloween Costume Association. Some bureaucracy trying to influence us, and Snickers put in their money. We already have enough money in politics, not letting money destroy Halloween. This is more than just about money and Snickers and some Halloween corporation.
Is it though?
Yes, it is.
Is Halloween about more than just
It is
candy
an
and money?
ancient Celtic holiday to celebrate the harvest, and then when Pope Gregory III made All Saints Day November 1st, it became Halloween.
And
It
you
is-
just Googled that. Nobody
No, we
knows
didn't.
that.
But
We
it's- but
celebrate
it's a-
Halloween.
the 31st
People
is-
want to buy costumes and eat candy.
Why would you narrow down the amount of time to celebrate when you have a whole week to celebrate? You're literally choosing one day to, and meanwhile, when during the week you have school, it's a little bit shorter that day. You can trick or treat that night.
School shorter?
A little bit sometimes.
Most kids can't even dress up for Halloween at school anymore.
Why not?
Because people see it as like an anti-Christ movement. So a lot of schools don't even
Okay,
let-
well he's
Yeah,
losing
I
this
mean,
battle.
anyway.
can't
He's
hand out
gonna.
candy in schools anymore because kids have every allergy. So kids really get to celebrate Halloween when they go trick-or-treating on the weekend.
We should let kids wear costumes every single
Yes.
day to school because literally they're going there just to get shot. So like they should wear their favorite little outfits. Honestly, like this country is so warped. Can they really not wear their costumes?
Yes, that is a thing in some schools.
In
is so
some
fucked
schools.
up.
Okay,
In some
but
schools.
but Halloween. Thing is, there's certain holidays. Part of significance is the day. October 31st is a big part of the identity of Halloween. The end of October.
I know.
The 31st.
That I cannot do.
Yeah,
that,
I
like-
agree.
Literally,
Yeah.
that date specifically is when they believe that the veil between
Yes.
our world and the spiritual world was thinnest. So that's why they would dress up to so they would be safe with all the ghosts. And you know what? Like if you want to take the risk and not celebrate on 31st, that's fine. That's your choice. Your crops are gonna be ruined.
And-
Okay? Like the ghosts are gonna come and just rot all your crops.
Right.
Locusts and
piggy-
4 horsemen.
Right, to piggyback off Shannon,
Yeah.
the ghosts are still gonna come out on that day. So what are we gonna do? We're just going back our normal day and the ghost just like, I'm here and no one's having fun. What the fuck? I just came back from the dead for this. And that's not fun
Think
either.
about Dia de las Muertas. We would never change that.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's not the conversation, though.
Yeah. American Horror Story, remember Halloween's the day the ghost
Think
can
about
leave the house.
my birthday.
Exactly.
We're not gonna change Allie's birthday, are we?
I just
Think
feel
about
like this is.
Christmas. Would you be upset if they changed Christmas?
No, but that has a very deep-seated religious reason.
So does Halloween.
No, it doesn't.
Wait, what makes it more powerful than Halloween? Just because Christianity is a dominant religion?
So
Fuck
Jesus.
that.
So Jesus.
Halloween's 2,000 years old.
So Jesus is more important than candy? Not to me.
It feels like a real non-issue. Like I don't think anybody out there is like, man, Halloween's on a Tuesday. I don't know when I'm gonna celebrate this past Saturday or the Saturday coming
I think
up.
that
Oh
is
man, I'm
an
just not gonna
issue.
celebrate.
Wait.
Nobody is doing that. Honestly, this has happened for years since I've been alive. And when it falls on a weekday, what we do is we party. Like then your friends don't have to all fight for that one Saturday. Then your friends can be like, bitch, I'm taking Tuesday, I'm taking Saturday, I'm taking
Yes.
Sunday, and then you have Halloween month, and that's
Right.
what October is. The whole month is about praising Satan, loving demons, having sex with spirits, eating candy, getting diabetes, saying I love corporate America, And then dressing up in your little costumes because this might be your last time
I know.
on Earth.
Yeah, and local communities can establish days that you can take
Yeah.
kids trick-or-treating, so more communication, there can be new traditions made around it. If we all just subscribe to what the billionaire class want, then what are we anymore?
Or
Who
we
are
just
we?
make it the last Saturday of the month and everybody knows that that's when you trick or
Because-
treat, and then
No,
everybody
that
knows.
sounds like
Everybody know?
Easter Sunday. Yeah,
No,
everybody knows.
no, people don't know. If Halloween falls on a
doesn't know?
Wednesday, people are like, do I celebrate the weekend before or the weekend after?
Have you
If,
been-
if that's your problem in life, if you're sitting there and be like, oh man, I don't know what day to celebrate Halloween, like, congratulations, you are the most privileged
Yes.
person to walk on this
Right.
planet Earth.
Brittany,
This
I-
flat ass
We don't
Earth.
have kids. I'm
I
just
would like to
saying.
see your tax return, see if you were bought by Snickers and they're colluding.
Yeah,
with this
I don't know.
election.
Snickers, if you want to sponsor me, my phone number is.
This is some campaign finance bullshit right here.
Usually people celebrate the weekend before.
Do they?
Yeah, because you don't celebrate after. It's over.
I celebrate all October, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have-
that's what
I have
just
tons of
specifies
babies.
But you
when-
couldn't. You don't celebrate November 1st. You celebrate October 31st. That makes it easy. It's the
You
last
don't know.
day.
But then if you were somebody handing out candy, then do
don't
you
know
hand
me.
out candy on a Tuesday that's Halloween, or do you only hand it out on a Saturday? What if trick-or-treaters come to your house on Tuesday, but you're like, no, you're not, you should
Guess
celebrate
what?
the weekend
Have
before.
some candy available. Is that so hard?
Yeah.
Have a bowl of candy waiting outside the door
I'm
on
just
Halloween
saying-
and they do trick or treat.
I'm just saying, I think Halloween would be more fun for trick-or-treaters if they all knew that every house, more houses would be participating on the day that they're trick-or-treating.
I think every house participates.
I don't.
I think, yeah.
A lot of houses participate.
Okay.
I don't think we need more participation.
Right. Growing up,
Yeah.
We need less participation.
I never had this problem growing up. When it was on a weekday, weekend, always
Yeah.
Halloween, always trick or treat, always wearing a wizard's
He's like,
costume.
Papa always put out candy in the Hamptons.
Just woke up to a bowl of
I
candy.
never had this problem when I walked out Main Street.
Butler would wake me up and dress me in my costume
All the
and have
neighbors gave me lobster in my basket, and I loved it, Mummy.
I loved it. Mommy was so generous. And
Well, guys, now it's time for some candid coffee. Each week, we will answer a question that comes from you, our viewers. The question can be about anything. So if you want us to answer something, tweet us at BuildBrunch. Now let's get candid. Here's the question of the week. Twitter user PhilipLouis01, hey Philip,
woo!
asked, if you were a dish drink on a brunch menu, what would you be?
Ooh.
I probably would.
Yum, 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 yum.
I don't know.
Yum,
So I went to Grey Dog yesterday.
Oh, what'd you
Ooh.
get?
I got the Grey Dog breakfast, which I think is what I would be. So it's like eggs, home fries, bacon, and either French toast or pancakes. It's a lot, but it's hearty. It's sweet. It fills you up. I think that's me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
that's
Kind of a
a
mix.
really thoughtful
Yeah.
response.
Wow, that's good.
I think I would be, I had these really good s'mores pancakes once, and they were super fluffy and super moist. And they were like chocolate pancakes, and they had like marshmallow syrup on it that they would like put like, just like drizzle right in front of you. And they're like, do you want more? And you'd be like, more! And they'd be like, you want more? And you'd be like, more! And it just like drench it as much as you want. And then it had like chocolate pieces on it, and I would do that and obviously
Wow.
like be a coffee with it.
Right. yeah.
Wow.
Or a devil's
that
egg,
sounds
too.
so
Really
good.
good, really sweet.
What would you be?
I would probably be chicken and waffles because you get that perfect brunch scenario where it's breakfast and lunch, sweet and savory, so every bite is an adventure.
Wow.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, Yahoo Travel over here.
That's funny.
Every bite is an
Allie, what are you, a cigarette and a vodka?
I think I'd be like, why is everyone laughing so hard at that?
Your pizza arms.
I think I would be like a biscuit with like
a little
like
shipment
a
biscuit.
Yes,
A little shipment
Guys,
biscuit. Sorry.
Can I just? I think I would.
No, we just want to.
I think that would be a biscuit with like jalapeno jelly.
Ooh.
Oh.
Because like I'm a biscuit, like you think you know me, you think you see me, but then I have that like spicy jelly, and also biscuits. Like sometimes they're really good, but sometimes they like suck.
Yeah.
And you like are really disappointed
I
because the
know.
biscuits are so bad, and like that's kind of how I am at brunch. Like sometimes I'm a lot of fun, or sometimes I'm just like, you wish I wasn't there.
Just
Yeah.
doesn't want to be
Also
there.
like how you say biscuit.
Biscuit, like biscuit. You know, I'm a biscuit.
I'm a biscuit. You
I'm
know,
a little biscuit.
you're a little,
Wait, it's like
little
what kind of texture are you? Are you crumbly? Are you like the dry ass,
moist.
brick ass biscuit?
No.
Or are you like moist and fluffy?
I'm like super moist and fluffy and like, you like can like layers are buttery and like you can like pick off the layers almost.
Yeah, she's got layers.
You get the softer side in the middle.
And you could butter me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Butter my muffin, yeah.
Butter my muffin.
It's a biscuit. Not a muffin.
Damn.
They're different breads.
Shut up, chicken and waffles.
Shut up.
I'm spicy in
Are you
every bite.
gluten-
What chicken and waffles
are you
are spicy in every bite?
I didn't say spicy.
She's
said
the
an
adventure.
adventure.
You take it an adventure.
Yeah, you said you were
Try
kind of spicy.
jalapeno.
Oh, sorry, I'm being a hard biscuit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
We
being a
left
fucking
you out
scone
too
right
long.
now.
You're being a scone.
Just dry and stuck to the roof of my mouth.
Woo! Oh man.
Thanks, Philip.
Thanks, Philip. We
Philip,
love you.
we love you,
love you,
Philip.
Philip.
Our little mimosa.
And now it's time for today's guest. Zack Friedman is the founder and chief executive officer of Make Lemonade, a leading personal finance company that empowers you to live a better financial life. In his groundbreaking new book, The Lemonade Life, he uncovers the secrets to living an extraordinary life, starting with 5 simple changes that can be made by anyone. Here to tell us more is Zack Friedman.
How are you? Thanks for having me. You guys are hilarious.
Hey there.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Thank you so much. How's everybody?
All right, so thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. Great to be here.
Before we get started about the book, we heard that you have an incredible backstory, so would you share that with us?
Sure. I'm the CEO of a company called Make Lemonade, which is a personal finance company, and it helps people live their best financial life. So, as I heard earlier, don't get tricked by fake guacamole. It's probably the most important lesson you can learn in life. And so I've been doing that, and wrote this great book called The Lemonade Life, which I'm excited, coming out tomorrow. So please check out a copy. And it's a book about happiness. Who doesn't love happiness?
Yeah.
Oh man, we all want it. Not all of us have it.
Yeah, some people
true.
die without it. It could happen. So
It
talk
happens.
to us about the lemon life. What's the lemon life?
So lemon life is the life you don't want to lead, okay? It's the life where you're settling, you're not living your best life, you're living a life that's subpar. And people who live the lemon life are basically chasing, pretending, they're basically fakers. And whatever you do, just don't live the lemon life.
Ugh, I hate
That's the
fake
key.
people.
Hate
Me
fake
too. I
I
people.
don't even
Me
like
too.
lemons. So.
Hate fake people.
Yeah, no.
No one likes lemons or fake people.
At
But
all.
love lemonade.
Yeah.
Love lemonade.
And
Lemonade
that
is
gets
so
us to what is the lemonade life?
So, yes. So the lemonade life, as you can imagine just by the title, sounds like you're drinking lemonade on a beach, relaxing. But lemonade life is leading your life with purpose and possibility. And it's living it on your own terms. So it's you really set the course for your destiny, and you're in full control. And purpose is your underlying reason why you do what you do. It's your life mission. And possibility is infinite opportunity. So when you have your life mission, the why you get up every morning, with endless possibility, you live the lemonade life.
I love that. I usually tell people that we live in a world with limitless possibilities.
Absolutely.
And then they laugh in my face and they're like, "Shut up, peasant."
No,
And I'm like,
not
"Okay,
laugh in your face. You are absolutely right.
Thank you. So okay,
Sounds like you have great friends, by the way.
yeah, I'm surrounded by very bad people.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
sorry.
Sorry about that.
Everywhere.
I'm
No,
sorry
I'm
about that,
just
Shannon.
I didn't mean to call you a peasant.
Obviously, I'm living the lemon life right now. So tell me,
Seems like it.
how do I get out of this hell and go to the lemonade life? Give me those pointers.
Yes, absolutely. So in my book, I talk about 5 switches. They're just like light switches. And these are the behaviors, the habits that all great leaders have. So you can memorize them with a quick acronym, which is PRISM, P-R-I-S-M. Perspective, risk, independence, self-awareness, and motion. And if you can do those 5 things, and I go into detail in my book, The Lemonade Life, you can move from the lemon life to the lemonade life. And eat real guacamole.
Prison.
Yeah.
Prism.
You mentioned some leaders, and I know you've had some leaders and entrepreneurs use this method. So who are some of those people, or what impact has it had on their life?
Yeah, so I had a great opportunity to have lunch with Warren Buffett. Had the opportunity to go out to Omaha and spend some time with him and kind of listen to his wisdom. And one of the things that I learned was that, when you think about what drives success, we think about hard work and skill and talent. And when I started listening to Warren Buffett, what I heard is that, really it's about understanding yourself and having internal happiness. And that really drives a successful life. People think they should be successful, and that leads to happiness. So we work for 30 years, we're 65 years old, we retire, finally we can spend time with our family, do the things we like, rest on the beach. But it's really the other way around. And we really need to start thinking about how we can get happier today and not really put it off for 30 or 35 years. So, so many leaders are starting to think about that differently. And how can we have more happiness today in our companies, in our lives, finding better friends, things like that.
Doing what you love too. Warren Buffett truly loves what he does, and I think
He does.
that's why
He
he's been so
absolutely loves.
successful.
You're exactly right.
Yeah.
You know, he lives in Omaha, Nebraska. He didn't choose to build his investment empire in New York. You know, he lives in the same house since 1958. He eats cheeseburgers and steaks
Diet
every
Coke.
day, and
Yeah.
Diet Coke and root beer floats. So I'd say he's living a pretty good lemonade life.
Yeah, he is. And you also mentioned something called the chasm of Kant in your
Yes.
book. What is that all about?
So the chasm of Kant is where lemon lifers live, okay? The chasm of Kant is everyone in your life who has told you no. Anyone who didn't believe in you, anyone who said, you know, you can never move across the country, you can't go to that school, you'll never get that job. And so many people get stuck living in this chasm of Kant. And they listen to these people. And when you listen to people who are constantly putting you down, you're never going to elevate, you're never going to find your destiny because you're kind of stuck in this chasm, in this black hole. And so the whole book is really how do you escape that and move from the lemon life to the lemonade life where you can lead your life with purpose and possibility.
Yeah. And what are some of the best ways for people to set goals and hold themselves accountable?
Yeah, so in the book I talk about a great methodology, another acronym, which is SNAP, S-N-A-P. So anytime you set goals, they need to be specific, non-negotiable, actionable, and have purpose. And so if you can do those 4 things, and I tell you how to do it in the book, you'll be able to set goals and crush them a lot more easily because you'll be disciplined. And I think that's probably the best way that you can approach it.
Yeah, that makes sense. And you said in the book that supposedly you failed 5,126 times before becoming a billionaire. So tell us what we can learn from failure.
There's so much to learn from failure. I think most people are afraid of failure, right? You look silly, you get embarrassed, people are gonna laugh at you. But some of the greatest leaders in society, some of the greatest actors, celebrities, sports heroes, all of them have failed. And I talk about them in the book. Everyone from Sylvester Stallone to Tyler Perry, Dolly Parton, Jim Carrey, and great entrepreneurs as well. And so the thing that you learn from failure is you get outside your comfort zone, right? You're willing to take chances, you're willing to be entrepreneurial, you're willing to maybe look silly that first time, but if you keep going at it, you keep trying, you'll learn so much about yourself, what you're good at, what you're not good at, how you can improve, what you can do better, and you'll see what works. So if you have the opportunity to fail, get outside your comfort zone, don't worry what other people think, do what's right for you, and it'll work out in the end.
Preach.
You mentioned happiness before, and that's
Yes.
kind of central theme throughout the book.
Yes.
What's one of your favorite ways to create happiness? I need help.
So many ways to create happiness. First, come on the show. This is the #1 thing you can do to create happiness and hang
We
out
tell
with great
people.
Yes,
Thank
it's
you.
really what you should be doing.
Yeah.
The second thing is consider changing Halloween earlier so you can get the 1
Wow,
million
okay.
candy bars
Watch
as we talked
out.
about earlier.
So here we go. Lemonade
Go-
life.
Exactly,
Listen,
lemonade
I
night.
have smothered people with a pillow on their couch.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
he looked at his own pillow
Yeah.
like,
It's like, yeah, what's up? One of the best things you can do is actually to practice gratitude. And what I mean by that, if you start your day off with gratitude, which is what I do,
real,
and
yeah.
it is so real. When you wake up every morning, rather than jumping on your phone, checking email, checking social media, spend like 10 minutes writing down 3 things that you're grateful for. Just take a step back, just you alone. Write down 3 things for which you're grateful, the blessings in your life. Could be your family, your friends, your job, where you're gonna vacation, whatever's important to you. If you write down those 3 things for 10 minutes and then reflect on those 3 things for another 5 to 10 minutes, you start your day off right because you're setting the foundation for you to have and focus on what you have and what you don't have. Right. So many of us wake up and spend our days, oh, I wish I had that. I wish I had this house. I wish I had that car. Don't worry about those things. Focus on what you do have and then use that as a foundation to expand and grow and capture greatness.
Yeah. Gratitude journals, I think, have a profound effect. When
They
you
do,
actually use
absolutely.
one consistently.
Good. That's
yeah,
awesome.
It's amazing.
a psychic
Awesome.
told me that.
Psychic was right.
When he was with Serena Pendragon, she told me to be more grateful.
There you go.
Why did you write The Lemonade Life? Did you watch Beyonce's Lemonade? Was like, I agree,
That's
girl?
exactly why I wrote the Lemonade
Yes.
Life.
Yeah.
Thank you for pointing that out. Thank
Yeah.
you to Beyonce.
We're gonna report you now.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, I think she would be very, she would approve of this, I think.
Yes,
She would agree.
She would approve of this. I wrote the Lemonade Life really to inspire people and to motivate people to have a shot at greatness. You know, I really believe fundamentally that everyone has a shot at greatness. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, where you went to school, how much money you have, where you work, what you do for a living. Everyone has a shot at greatness. And I really wanted to offer people the skills, the practical advice, the actionable tips for everyone to get on their path to greatness, no matter where they are in their life. And so it's really an uplifting, positive book about happiness, success, and most importantly, greatness.
And how can companies and business leaders apply the central tenets of this book?
There's so many ways. So any company, a leader, a CEO, a manager, you have to lead with purpose in your organizations. So inspire people, respect them, show empathy, lift people up in your organizations. Everyone has a job, and no one wants to work for a boss that yells and shouts and puts them down. Like, put it in a culture of recognition where you say, that's a great job. You know, I'm really glad you're here. Thanks for contributing. Your skills are really valued. And so many times we never hear that, right? We get our annual review and, you know, hey, some good things, some bad things. I think people need to empower people a lot more, because people at the end of the day, they want to feel loved, they want to feel happy, they want to feel included. I think if we can do that more in our organizations, we're going to have much better happiness at work. And then I also think that, you know, companies need to be at the forefront. More technology, more innovation, more disruption. You don't have to be a tech company to do that, whether you're a small business owner or you're a large company. The more you can be innovative and create and disrupt, you're also going to create an amazing opportunity for yourself professionally.
Oh, that's so exciting. Well, Zach, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
The Lemonade Life is available starting tomorrow, August 6th, and that can be found wherever books are sold. That's all from us. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same table.